I just went down to the store and they had clam chowder soup, clam chowder. So I went and got some. So I'm eating it while I'm here. Okay, it tastes very good too. It's actually pretty good. I don't really eat on live, but yeah, I don't care. Then I was there, and my friend's ex girlfriend comes up to me and starts telling me about her ex. None of us speak to him anymore because he's an asshole. But apparently, he got some karma, and we were talking about it. And I was like, I'm not surprised. Look at that clam chowder. It's looking extra good. Tastes good too. It's got a little kick to it too. It's nice. I needed a nice soup. It's cold today. It's got a lot of potatoes in it. It's good though. And I was just thinking about having a clam chowder too, making it. I got a nice clam there. You can tell they made it. I can tell. It's good though. Some good shit. Some good stuff, man. I needed a nice soup to warm me up. So goodness. All right. Got everything I need. Got my soup. Good to go. Not bad. Pretty good. If I had one complaint, it would be that there's too many potatoes in here. It's like a little overkill of potatoes. This should be called clam potato chowder. But it does taste good though. I just don't like too many potatoes. I think it's a little bit too much in here. Otherwise, that is okay. So they put out on the news that we're going to have bad weather tomorrow. Which I'm not surprised. It's winter. I knew we was bound to get some. I forgot to look at that. Oh, whoops. I was looking at a video. That's why I had it on mute. I'm having some clam chowder. It's pretty good. I went down the hill there about 5 minutes away. It's pretty good. Had a little bit too many potatoes in it, but it's all right. I don't really like eating all my lives, but most people don't talk shit after slapping. Cool. All right, man. All done. Tastes good. That was my lunch. That was very good. A little bit too many potatoes, but it was all right. Once I got to the end, it kind of had no potatoes, so it was pretty good. I won't complain. Yeah, it's going good. I love potatoes too, but like when I eat clam chowder, I mean people put like potatoes in there, but that one had like I think I scooped up a little bit too much. But it's weird because I have two grocery stores literally 5 minutes away from each other. Not even. I can either go left to the grocery store I went to, I can go right down the hill to another grocery store. But the grocery store that I go to, that I went to just now, they're a bit more expensive than the rest. But they always have nice shit. So I was in the car and I was like, should I go left to that store or should I go right to the other one? And I said, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go to the other one. I'm gonna go to the on the left because they have like nice pastries and things, and all I need to get is some oil to fry up my fish. Said I'll see what they have to eat. I'm so glad I went. I ended up getting a small soup, clam chowder for my lunch, which is all I really wanted. I've been craving clam chowder for a while. It's nice and cold, so it suited the it suited me right now. And then I saw my former best friend's ex, and she came over to me. She goes, "You got time to talk?" I said, "Yeah, sure. What's up?" She goes, "I got to tell you about your friend." I said, "Oh, yeah, ex?" She goes, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, what happened now?" And she was like, he had to get flown away, air ambulance, because he had apparently some blood in his brain or something like that, and he got very sick. And I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "I didn't know that. So hopefully he's all right." He goes, "Yeah, he's okay." I said, "Well, actually, I know he's okay because I saw him the other day, and he looks like he's lost a good bit of weight. He's bigger than me." So I saw him, and I was like, "Fuck, he looks weird. He looks different. Like he looked like he was sick." So my friend, his ex, confirmed that he was sick and he lost weight, and he had to get flown away right away to get an operation on his brain or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, that's because he smokes too damn much. And I said, I don't really he don't speak to me no more because we fell out because of his first wife and work and things like that. So apparently he's remarried and he has another apparently he's married to another chick. And I said, who the fuck in their right mind is desperate enough to marry that guy? And I was like, well, she must not be decent if she married his dumbass. So she told me things I didn't even know because I don't really care about people from my past or people that I don't speak to no more. I'll hear about them and not even ask about them. And I don't even really care. But yeah, she told me this story about him just now. And I was like, oh, well, not my problem. And she's like, well, he's getting karma for everything he's done to everybody. I was like, well, you could look at it like that. But I said, at the end of the day, he's not taking care of himself. He smokes too damn much. He probably eats like, an idiot, like he always does. Right. And I said, sometimes they need a reality check. But I say, he's been through a good bit of bullshit. His first wife passed away from a rare disease. And then this happens to him. He's probably like 2 years younger than me. So he's probably like 46, maybe 45, 46, maybe something like that. I think he goes 46 this year. But yeah, I always have to hear about everybody else and what they've done and what they're doing. And I'm like, I don't really ask. She asked me if I wanted to know. I'm like, yeah, good. You could tell me. I don't really care. I said, I don't really get along with him anymore anyway. Like, he kind of ditched me. I gave him a job and he did ditch me because I kept telling him, look, we're working at a place where we have cameras. These people are noticing that you're on your phone all the time. Wait till lunchtime to speak to your girlfriend. Wait till lunchtime to take your calls, like me. If I'm doing it, you got to do it. Because we're working at a rich people's house with cameras. If they see you like that, they're not going to pay me for you. And don't ask me to pay you because I won't. And if you want them to tell you what they tell me, then you can go knock on their door. So he ignored me and he got mad at me. And then his wife, well, his wife to be at the time, he was engaged, calls me and starts hitting on me and talking shit to me. And I'm looking at my phone saying, this woman's fucking mental. Apparently, she was mental. And then she got this disease when she married him and then she died. And I showed my boy, I said, look, your fiance just called me. Oh, why is she calling you? I said, well, she weren't looking for you, put it that way. And then she did that on purpose. So that way she could say, who you believe, Mark or me? Guess who he believed? Her. And look what happened. You lost your best friend, then you lose her, and then you have all this shit happen to you. And now you're remarried again. Something fucking wrong with you. So I told his ex-girlfriend just now, you know, I told his ex-girlfriend just now, look, whatever happens in his life, I don't really care. Whatever karma he deserves, he'll probably get. I said he does a lot of shit to himself though. And apparently nobody likes him at his job. He runs his mouth, talks shit, thinks he's like, superior of everybody. And I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. He's a what is he's August. He's August 28th, I think. Is his birthday August 28th or something like that? Is it August 28th? Yeah. I think his birthday is August 28th. So what is that? Cancer, right? Yeah. No. That's a Leo, right? No. No. That's not a Cancer. That's a Leo, right? Or is it? I don't fucking know. I can't remember. I can't even remember my zodiac sign sometimes. Well, that's just making an excuse, you know. Oh, Virgo. That's right. Yeah, he's a. You sure? Yeah, that's right. August, September. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. My bad. That's right. That's right. My bad. My bad. Yeah, he's a Virgo. August 28th. He's a Virgo because August, September. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, my bad. I had my zodiac signs mixed up just now. Yeah, anyway, he's a Virgo. And I usually get along with Virgos. He was my best friend for like 20 years. You know, him and I got along very well. We protected each other. We helped each other. We had each other's back all the time. And then all because of a woman and work. It wasn't because of work so much. It was because of that woman. That woman destroyed everything between us. And I tried to give him condolences at the grocery store when I was behind him in an aisle. I was like, yo, bro, what's up? He looks at me and I said, my condolences to you, man. I know you don't speak to me, but you know, and the cashier was looking at me like, fuck, this guy's got some balls. I just wanted to look, give him condolences. Like, you've been my friend for years. You cut me off because of her. So maybe we can be cool now that she's gone. And I wanted to give him condolences. He just ignored me. He acted like I wasn't even there. And then he left. And then the cashier looked at me. She goes, wow, what happened there? I said, well, that's what happens when you're an idiot. I say, I tried giving the guy condolences. He's been my friend for years. And then now he acts like he don't know me. I said, it's just he's the way he is. He's a dickhead. So what do you want me to do? I can't fix stupid. But I guess he was feeling the guilt. He probably say, yeah, but then you had a chance right there to make amends and apologize for what you did, but you didn't. You wanted to continue to be a dickhead. I always try to smooth things over with people, try to be cool. I don't want to be mad at nobody and have no enemies and shit. People always make themselves my enemy. I don't make you mine. You become mine because you want to. You want to become like a bad person towards me. I never do anything to anybody. I never go out of my way to make somebody hate me or dislike me. You always do shit to me to aggravate fucking me. And then you do shit, disrespectful shit. Okay, Barbie. So when she said that to me, she goes, it's karma, it's karma. She kept saying, it's karma, it's karma. And I was like, look, if you think it's karma, then that's cool, like whatever. To me, I just think that is him. He's done a lot of bad shit in his lifetime. He's a thief. And when him and I worked together, we worked at a frozen food deliveries place. I worked there for 1 month because I told him, I said, look, my paperwork for my business, this is in 2007. I told him, I said, look, my paperwork for my business hasn't come in yet. And the woman said it's going to take at least a month and a half for everything to come through. So I can get this, I can get that. All my paperwork will be finalized in about a month and a half, a month. I said, it's already been like a week, so probably like a month left. I said, all I need is a little job for a month. And then, I'm going to go about my business. I even told his boss, I said, look, my friend said you need a helper. I'll be, his helper. I've known him. We're like best friends. So I just need a job for a month. He goes, yeah, sure, man. So I started working with him. The first week I was there, he stole this box of shrimps And he says, just be on the lookout, man. I was like, look, man, don't get me involved in no bullshit, man. Come on, man. Don't steal this shit, man. I said, look, let me fucking, you want me to buy this shit, man? Come on. Let's go half and half and just buy it. Oh, fuck that. I'm taking this shit. Fuck these people. I'm like, all right, whatever. I was like, look, if you get caught, don't even tell anybody I was with you, bro. I don't even want nothing to do with your bullshit. He had these fucked up ways. But with me, he didn't really do, like, he didn't disrespect me as a person, you know, because we guys had that understanding. But he was always willing to steal something or take shit, you know, which is was really bad on his end, right? He just had that weirdo way about him. So then the boss calls me and says, "Oh, Mark, I need to speak to you, for a minute." I was like, "Yeah, sure, you know." So he had me in the office, and my friend wasn't there. He went on a delivery, but I was in the freezer, like packing shit up, right? So then he goes, "Oh, do you know if he was stealing anything?" I said, "Look, I have no idea." I said, "Look, I'm not with him 24/7." And I said, even if he did, it's nothing to do with me. Please don't associate with me with stealing. I've never stole shit before, and I don't want to steal nothing from nobody. I said, as you know, I bought some steaks from you the other day. I bought mussels from you the other day. I said, if I need anything, I'll buy it, bro. I got the money to buy. I don't need to steal nothing. He goes, "Oh, I know you're good, but do you know if he stole anything?" I said, "Look, I don't know. I haven't seen him do anything." I was pretty much lying right there because I knew he stole the box of shrimp, but I was denying it. I was lying. I didn't want to like snitch on him. So then I pulled him to the side and I said, "Look, they asked me if you had stole, you know, some shrimp from there because they make a count. Apparently they count every night before they leave. So you're already on the suspect list." So then he was like, "I don't fucking care. They can't prove nothing. There's no cameras around here." And I was like, "Here we go. Bullheaded jackass. Never learn." I'm like, "Well, whatever." I said, "You want to put that on your resume, bro? You go right ahead. Just leave me out of it. If you get caught, please don't fucking bring me into it." So then, about a week later, these people set up a camera, a hidden camera, to catch it. And I told them, these people already told me that they got you on, they're gonna get you, or they're gonna like try and find out who's stealing shit. So why you gonna do it again? You're gonna get caught, bro. "Oh, I don't fucking care, blah blah." I said, "All right." So we came late one night from deliveries. Everybody was gone. It's like they set it up on purpose. So he takes like something. I think he took like a package of hamburgers or some bullshit, frozen hamburgers. He took it, right? And the camera caught him. And we didn't even know the camera was there. So then, you know, he gets on his bike, I get on my bike, and we leave. Next morning, he comes to work and he's there before me because he makes 8 and I made 10. So when I got there at 10 o'clock, he had called me at like 9 and said that he got fired for stealing and that he had to pay for, the his last check they took from him because of all the things that he stole, or they were going to call the police. So he said, "Yeah, take my check, don't call the police." And I said, "Didn't I fucking tell you not to do that shit and you still did it?" I was like, "You're so fucking dumb, man. Now what? Now you're out of a job, and then when you go get another job, these people are gonna say that you stole shit from 'em. So it's gonna be harder for you to get a job now. Like, don't you understand that?" And he's like, "Well, I'm gonna work for you when you get your business." And I'm like, "Yeah, but you can't steal nothing from me because if you do, I'm gonna beat your ass." So then he was like, whatever, blah blah blah. So then I get to work. I'm already know what's gonna happen. So I get to work at 10. The boss says, "Hey, look, come in here. I gotta talk to you." I said, "All right." She says, I'm sure you." He says, "I'm sure you know already." And I was like, "Yep, I know. You fired him because he stole shit." He goes, "And of course you were there. You saw it because we have it on camera. You saw him steal it." I said, "But I didn't steal it." "Oh, but you told me that he." I said, "I told you that I ain't seen nothing." I said, I saw him steal today. What you want me to do? Snitch on him and then get myself in trouble and then make me look like an idiot? He goes, oh, I have to let you go too. You're fired too. And he gave me like my last check. And I was like, all right, cool. I said, well, as long as you don't badmouth me, because I didn't steal shit and I'm not his accomplice. As you know, there's nothing in my hands. I didn't take shit. So then he was like, yeah, okay, you got to go. I can't have you here because you were, you saw him steal and I can't have nobody I can't trust. I was like, that's understandable, but I'm not going to snitch on my friend, even though he's a dickhead. And I said, I don't really need this job anyway because I have to go do my own business and I could care less about you in this fucking place anyway. So that's what happened between me and him. And then when I went on my own, I gave him a job. Who told me to do that? Then he got me in trouble again. On the phone, on the cameras. Cameras caught him. He didn't care. He didn't care about nobody but himself. And that's what's wrong with him. He's got a lot of problems. And then his ex told me that, oh, that shit happened to him. And I said, well, I told her, I said, he's a thief. He's a thief. He's stolen a lot of things. And I'm sure he's still stealing shit. That's who he is. He don't care. Some people will have like the worst bad things happen to him. Get flown away, come back, and you're perfectly fine. And you think that that person's got karma because they got sick and they had all this bad shit happen to him. But look, he's right back. He'll be right back at it again. Because that's just the way it is. One thing about bad people, they'll have bad things happen to them and they'll get right back on their feet and do bad shit again. Some people never learn and they ain't gonna learn. You know how much bad shit happened to that guy that I know that's happened to him, And he's still doing dumb shit. I know. And that's why I don't really give a fuck about what he does or whatever. I don't care. People come to me and tell me about people all the time. Like, yeah. Because everybody always asks me, what happened to you and your boy, man? You guys were like, you guys were always together, man. I didn't see one without the other. You guys were always together. He even bought your old car. And you guys were always together, man. Everywhere you went. I said, look, this is what happened. Same story I just told you guys on here is the same story I told everybody else. They were like, what? Oh, I would not be his friend either. Fuck that guy getting you in trouble. You getting you a bad name. I'm like, yeah, you are who you hang around. Because if you hang around shit like that, people like that, then you're going to have a bad name because they're going to think you do the same shit. Because usually people hang around people who do the same things. Or at least people think that. Not necessarily true because I never stole anything or did anything with him like that. Never. And that's the thing. People create their own karma. People create their own problems. And I told his ex today that if he stopped smoking, right? If he stopped smoking, he wouldn't have problems in his brain. He smokes too much cigarettes and weed, and he does too much dumb shit. And he's been stealing for a very long time. And he cheated on you, right? And then look what happened. He cheated on you, went to a woman, married her, and she died. Right? Now look, he's had about 50 jobs in the past 20 years. And that's no exaggeration. And he can't hold a job for too long because he steals or he does dumb shit. And what he does, he connives you to think that he's okay again. And even though he's an employee and he has a boss, he doesn't listen to the boss. He's his own boss. He thinks that he's gonna come to your company and he's gonna do whatever he wants. Because that's the type of person he is. And I told her that. She goes, everything you're saying, Mark, is true. And I said, look, you were the best girlfriend he had, and I was the best friend he had. And look at us. We're perfectly fine without him. You're at the same job you were at when you were with him, and I'm still got my own business like I had when I was with him. So what's the sense? Why are we worried about him for? I don't give a fuck about him. I told her, I said I tried to, give him my condolences, and he turned me down. He just acted like I was a piece of shit. So if that's the case, and he knows my dad passed away, you think he'll say, "Hey, bro, I'm sorry about your dad," or whatever? I know we guys don't speak, but I know you were cool with your dad or whatever. No fucking way. He don't care. He's an asshole. So you know what? I don't really need fake ass people in my life no more. So it's all good. Exactly. You can't change people, but you can change who you hang with. That's why they have that saying, you are who you hang around. So if you're around bad people, you're gonna have bad shit happen to you. It's that simple. Shut up, Bird. Why every time I go live you want to go out here and croak and chirp and scream? Stupid ass bird. Anyway, another thing I can't stand with people. I mean, I know people are busy and I know people have a life and I understand all of that. But one of the things I can't stand is texting somebody on WhatsApp. There's two blue checks to say that they saw it and they still don't like text you back or message you back. So you have time to look at it, but you don't have time to respond to it. Since when does that make any sense for somebody to do that? But you know what? I'm used to it. But this specific person, I'm used to it. And it pisses me off, like that they actually have the audacity to like do that. Like, I see it, man. Well, just fucking just give me one word. Fuck. Just tell me whatever, bro. Like, fuck. Oh shit. Speaking of people, my friend texts me on. See, I don't get no notifications on Instagram. For fuck's sake. Calm down, Tiger. You ain't told me that in a long time. See? Oh, nice, Barbie. Sounds like you were productive. That's good. Virgo says, calm down, Tiger. I'm calm. I'm good. Nah, I'm all right. When you see me going like this, then you know I'm mad. But if I ain't using my finger, then I'm good. Okay, Barbie. I'll be here. Trust me, everybody knows when I get mad. I'll be like this. Let me fucking tell you something. I just can't stand stupid people, like, Like, come on, man. Just message me back. Don't be dumb. Meanwhile, I just did it to my friend. I didn't even know she tagged me on here. All right, let me see. Let me just answer these questions for my friend. All right, give me a second. Fuck's sake. All right, give me a second. I don't know why, but I only get notifications every now and then. I don't know why that happens. It's so annoying. That's so annoying. All right, cool. Oh shit. Okay. All right, cool. Sorted all that out. Good to go. But yeah, I don't like when people don't return messages right away, even if after they've looked at it. It's kind of annoying. So the temperature here right now is 57, and it feels like 48. I would say, yeah, that sounds about right. Mm-mm-mm. Wow. People just love beeping their horns around here. Oh shit. Oh no. No way. Holy shit. I just looked at this video where this guy just ran this guy over. That's crazy. These people are nuts, you. The fuck is wrong with these people? I don't know. Nothing to do with me though. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, Virgo. I didn't do it. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'll give you guys a card if you want. Actually, you know what? Let's let's check out the deck that you gave me. Beetlejuice. I'll give you some cards from the Beetlejuice deck. How about that? Look at this thing, look. I wonder if this has like the meanings in there. Let me check. Actually, it does too. This has the upright and reverse meanings in it, you know? Look at that, look. I didn't even notice. Look. Knight of Wands upright, Knight of Wands reversed, Ace of Wands. Oh, it's got upright and reverse meanings. I never knew that. I haven't even looked at this thing like that. I just looked at the deck that day. Look at this shit. What the fuck? Why you can't make this shit more simple, bruh? Come on, man. Really? You can't just make it all separate type of shit, man. Of course, it's a Beetlejuice fucking deck. No wonder. Pain in the ass. Look at this shit. Look at it. Look. On both sides, too. Look. Who the fuck does that? You gonna have me around here all goddamn night reading that shit. The fuck? Hell no. By the time I look for them interpretations, I might as well give you my hand. The fuck is that? I like the box though. The box really cool. Has like the little thing there, so you put in there, you can pull the cards up. The box is really nice. It's a really nice deck. It's a really nice you know, thing. Where am I gonna put this shit? All right. I put it right here for now because this damn book of. I always joke about people giving me a paragraph answer. Look, I just got one paragraph fucking thing. A full moon on Leo? Oh hell no! A full moon in Leo. Oh good lord, it's gonna be one of those weekends. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh Lord. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Help me. Help me. Help me. All right. Let's read from this thing because it's this deck. So I like to read the meanings that they have. I know how to read the damn cards, but as you know, but I want to see what they say. All right, so this says 6 of Wands, 5 of Wands, and 5 of Cups. Oh Lord. Damn Virgos, but I tell you. All right, this is Swords, Cups. Let's see what we got here. Look at this bullshit. Okay, here we go. I found it. All right. Okay. So 6 of Wands. Upright. Consider this the midway point between beginning and reaching your goal. You haven't mastered it yet, but you're improving and actively seeking ways to expand your skills. Let yourself enjoy the progress. A book that once read like stereo instructions might now be your best resource. Congratulate yourself on how far you've come. Oh, good Lord. Then you got the Five of Wands upright. This says tensions could be at an all-time high under the influence of Five of Wands. This card marks a phase of bickering, disagreements, and failing communications. Before anyone loses their head, take a moment to collect yourself. How can you keep how can you help turn drama into discourse? What can you do to bring anyone back to common ground? So you might have to calm somebody down over this weekend. But otherwise, that stick to your goals and what you want to do. Now, Five of Cups. Let's see where that is. Of course, that was easy, but now I'm gonna find this other shit here. So let me see. I think Cups was on the bottom of this page. There we go. All right. Five of Cups. Okay, Five of Cups upright says, no one expects a straight, no one expects a staycation to end in their own death, but the mainlands accept their fair fate with grace. When the Five of Cups is in your reading, it's reflecting stubborn disappointment and warning you against the spirit of self pity. Circumstances may not have unfolded the way you wanted, but the only way to truly heal is to forge ahead. So there you go. This some crazy ass shit. I never knew this was in here. If I knew, I would have like done it earlier. But both decks have a thing. So there you go, Virgo. That's your reading for this weekend. Pretty much, if I were to say this in my own words, I would say you're gonna be fine, but the people around you might have issues. It was 655. 6, 5, and 5. So 6 and 5, 5, that's 16, 7. 6, 7. You're welcome, bro. No. I got these the other day. I think it's been a week now since I've had it. Yeah. No. When did I get these? On Monday, right? But it's been over a week, right? Or it hasn't? Yeah, a week. It's been a week. Yeah. It's been a week. Yeah. That's cool shit. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I thought you were here when I pulled these. I got the Beetlejuice deck and I got the other deck, Dungeons and Dragons. You're welcome, Virgo. Anytime, sweetheart. All good. And thank you for the cards. I love them. They're nice. Oh boy. It's getting windier and windier. Yeah, the other deck is nice too. Both decks are nice. But I never knew that this Beetlejuice deck had the actual guide and the actual the actual meanings of the card, upright and reversed. So that's pretty cool. I like that. But see, everybody's definition is different. I would have never said any of those things in my way. But you know. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool deck. Let me see. Let me see what I get. Pull myself some cards. All right. That is fucking hilarious. That is hilarious. All right. It's raining. I thought so. I just looked at the ground and could see it's all wet. Oh yeah, I can see the rain now. I can see clearly now. Okay, I got Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and Six of Swords. All upright. Let's see what it says. It's good cards. Of course, there's always some damn. And I actually don't like that card, the Knight of Pentacles, because this looks like a trend. But then again, you know, I could be wrong. Because it's Beetlejuice, right? Okay, you were. That's what I thought. Yeah, because I gave everybody cards when I did open them that day. I can't remember if I did it with this deck. I didn't do it with this deck. I did it with the other deck, I think. Or maybe I just read it out of my shit and then out of my way and then did it to everybody else. Yeah, I can't remember what I did. All right, well, let's see what I get here. Need to find the Pentacles. All right. Queen of Pentacles upright. That's what I got, right? Yeah, this is my card, look. Queen of Pentacles upright. So it says, delighted by the world around her, Saradine radiates Queen of Pentacles energy. Invite her influence into your life by practicing generosity and practicality. You have to care for yourself and those around you if you want to truly be successful. True. Now, Knight of Pentacles upright. When this knight rides into your reading, you better hope you have an appointment. Efficient, focused, and methodical, the Knight of Pentacles knows her job inside out. She encourages you to stick to what you know, favoring a reliable technique over something informative. Okay. Looks like I'll be dealing with people because none of those people are me. There's two women. I'm always dealing with fucking women anyway. They're always aggravating the shit out of me. Six of Swords. Right? Yeah. Six of Swords. It's a guy holding some chick's hand. All right, upright, the Six of Swords is asking you to release the things holding you back. You are facing the unknown, and although the transition can be scary, at least you aren't faced with exploring the afterlife. Instead of uh, ruminating on what you're leaving behind, did I say ruminating? Ruminating. What the fuck does that mean? Ruminating? Ruminating. On what you're leaving behind, welcome who you're becoming. The fuck does that mean? Huh, why do these people put these fancy words in here that I don't know and never heard of in my life? Rumining. It's actually a word. Thinking deeply about something. We sat ruminating on the nature of existence. Okay. So thinking about things. So this says, instead of thinking about things on what you're leaving behind, welcome who you're becoming. Okay, that makes more sense. All right, cool. Yeah. Whatever, spirit. I hear you. You're like, yeah, good. Yeah, I got a long week ahead of me. Very long week. The next 10 days are going to be pretty intense. Ruminate. Ruminate. Ruminating. I just heard how you say it. Ruminating. Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna be dealing with two women. These are my cards, look. See, old woman, young woman, and then me and some woman. But that none of these cards say that though. Because my mom's not Queen of Pentacles, and my sister's not Queen of Pentacles. So it could be some other chicks, I guess. I don't fucking know. I don't really care. Hey Teresa, how you doing? So yeah, that's a cool deck. Beetlejuice deck. And I didn't even know it came with a tarot deck. I mean a tarot guide with upright and reverse. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Yeah, Virgo sent me two decks. They're really cool. I got this one. It's called Beetlejuice Tarot Deck and Guide. It actually comes with like a guidebook to tell you how to read the cards upright or reversed in their way. Even though I read some cards just now, it still don't make sense to me. You know, we all have different ways of reading things. But yeah, that's a very cool deck. I like that. And I also got this deck as well that Virgo gave me. It's called the Dungeons and Dragons deck. This deck is one of my favorites now. Yeah, like the actual texture of the cards and stuff, and the actual box and everything. It's really nice. You can close it closes this way like that, like sideways, and the cards are really nice. Yeah, they have that vinyl. They have that vinyl feel to it. It's really cool. It also has the meanings of the cards in here too. It's nice. Listen to it. Look. It's fucking hilarious. Look. It's hilarious. It's pretty cool. I love it. It's like it's got like a vinyl, rough type of braille, like texture to 'em. And the artwork on it's crazy. Like, this is really cool. This is the page of cups, I think. Well, no, it's page of I don't know. I can't remember. It's page of some charisma, but I don't know what that is. But they're really nice. It's a really, really nice deck. Very nice. I'll pull you some cards if you want. Let me see. Okay, Teresa. I literally just gave him a read. These cards are cool. Look at the moon. Look at the moon card. Look. That's crazy. Look at this. The King of Wisdom. Yeah. I guess. Or King of Wands. I don't know. Looks like that. Like he's got his feet up and he's like just chilling. He's like, yeah, I'm the guy. Actually, let me see what that's called. Let me see. It's wisdom, strength, charisma, and intelligence. That's how they name the cards. But I need to find out what is in this tarot deck. We have mapped the traditional suits of the minor arcana: wands, swords, cups, and pentacles to abilities within the game of D&D. Okay. So strength signifies the physical ability to move, change. Intelligent represents how this, blah, 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 and wisdom. So that means wands is strength, swords is intelligence, wisdom is cups, and charisma is pentacles, in that order. One card spread. One card reading is good for a quick check-in. It can be used to obtain clarity and a choice that you need to make to keep a message on the forefront in your mind all day. I like how they say things like that. Then it says a 3-card spread, 5-card spread, and it tells you what the cards are like, what did they tell you what they do? But they says if you are a tarot reader, please feel free to use your intuition. Duh. Beautiful cards, dude. They got a lot of nice artwork. But it's nice to read like other like the person who made the cards. They have their own meanings here, and usually the meanings are like pertain to the actual like picture. So that's the cool, that's the cool thing about it. I pretty much gave Barbie a mediumship reading last night. Out of nowhere, spirit just showed up. We were talking about spirit and about past loved ones, and next thing you know, I was reading Barbie, reading the people that she worked for. It was pretty cool. And he then took me on a tour of all these things. He was like, okay, time to show you around. Showed me a lot of things. Cool guy. Nice guy. It's nice to have spirit like recognize you, what you've done for him. And he pretty much said that, I have your back, you're good to go. Which is nice of him to say that. So obviously he approves of what's going on right now, because if he didn't, he wouldn't come through. Yeah, it was crazy cool. To me, it's a normal day, but obviously to some people, they're like, no way. And then they showed me your brother that was sick, that's alive. That was the crazy part, probably for me. Like, who the fuck is this guy? Come to find out, he's your brother that's sick. Spirit has a way of showing you people that are alive and also have issues. Usually it happens more with kids, People always show me like kid stuff. They'll say, hey, look, your kid's this or your kid's that or whatever. Cool. That card is nice too. Some nice cards, man. All right. Well, Teresa donated. Thank you so much. You guys can ask your questions or tell me what you want for a reading. You can have it now. You can have it later. You can have it whenever you want. I just know that you have it. So it's up to you whether you guys, I know I just gave you guys readings. But if you want another one, that's fine. Yeah, that's life. People can be close with you and fuck you over. That's the joy of having great friends that fuck you over. Sounds about right. That's my life. I just put the dragon deck away. But if you want it, I can bring it back up. Sure. I literally just put it away. All right, I'll bring it out and I'll do your reading. just straighten up all the cards too. So it's ready to go. Nah, that's cool. It's Teresa's fault. I'll blame Teresa. All right. I'm just teasing. All right. Let me see. Mark, may I please have a love reading? What should I currently expect? All right. I'll give you a love reading for the next 30 days with the dragon deck. After all, you gave it to me, so I don't mind using it. I love shuffling it. I couldn't even shuffle the cards properly. I don't know if you guys heard that, but we have this guy down the bottom of the hill. He has a goat. I don't know if you guys have ever seen like the goat videos on TikTok, where the goat comes on and goes, "Ah," they make all that stupid ass noise. Like, you know, there's weird dumb looking goats, right? It's not the ones with the little horns. It's like the ones that like the real small, like where they're real like straight looking like nose and mouth. And they're like that. It's one of those birds, right? Not birds, one of those goats. And I just heard it go, "Ah, ah," like that. I try not to laugh. I had to reshuffle the cards and ask it again because I was laughing while I was shuffling. Stupid ass goat. That shit makes me laugh every time I hear it. Okay, you got some good cards here. Somewhat good, yeah. All right. So you got the King of Strength. So that's a guy there. You got the World card, and you got the Five of Intelligence and the Knight of Wisdom. Let's see what they all are. Let's read it from the deck. All right. King of Wisdom. What the fuck? Oh, here it no. Oh, King of Strength. My bad. I read it wrong. These cards look so like familiar, like you know, like so close to the next card. Okay, I got it. See, King of Strength. It's called. It says, a man who fully expresses his powers of leadership and realizing your vision, teaching others. So this guy, it's like he's going to express himself to you. He's very powerful. He's a leader. He realizes his vision, your vision, and his. He might be somebody who teaches somebody. So that's your first card. Then you got the World. Oh my God. All right, let's see. Okay, the World. Endings and coming to a place of completion and powerful in power eternally and externally. Okay. I'm going to give you my interpretation at the end because this is not like, you know, to me, this is some bullshit. Like these guys just say anything in here. So I'll read this and then I'll give you my own interpretation. So my interpretation is probably a lot better. Then you got the five of intelligence, which is the ways in which competition breeds conflict and divides us into creating to create suffering. So don't compete with anybody because then it might that competition might divide you. Then you got the Knight of Wisdom as the last card. All right, the Knight of Wisdom says, trusting your passion, allowing yourself to dream big, and imagining the best happening for you. Okay, then. I like the Beetlejuice deck interpretations better. These cards may be great, but the interpretations are like very basic two sentences. Okay, Teresa. Thank you very much. And have a great day as well. I know it's earlier there for you. So you just starting you're like midday. I'm at the end of my weekend. All right, in the middle of letting old ways go and starting new ways and accept. Well, in my opinion, this means that this Knight of Strength, which is this King of Strength is a guy who you're probably currently dealing with that currently knows you. The world is being recognized by this guy. This guy likes you. He likes the way you look. The world card always means a woman, a person focusing on you, liking the way you look, liking the way you are. Because the question you're asking is about your love life. And if you look at this card, there's a woman right dead center. And the two people on the side, you can't even see their faces. So the woman is in the middle. She's the one who's being, seen. So to me, this is what it means. But the five of intelligence is, you know, uh, this is the five of cups, which means the five of wands. Sorry, the five of wands, right, is competition. So this person knows that if they get involved with you, there's going to be a competition between you and probably a woman that he's dealing with, a baby mama or an ex, or maybe a woman or this could be even like children, that he's probably saying, if I deal with this woman, she's going to have to deal with my competitive side of my family, or there's going to be a conflict of interest if I deal with this woman. So I have to tread carefully. But this person is very interested in you in a love type of way, but they know that it's probably going to cause conflict if they do deal with you. And then the Knight of Wisdom, right, is pretty much, a younger person that's cool, that you can deal with as well. So if there is a younger person, uh, you know, if there's a younger person, then this person is a person that can be a part of the competition. So if the baby mom is younger than you, then it could be her. Yeah. Because the Knight of Wisdom, it doesn't necessarily have to be a man. It's just a younger person, you know. Well, if he's younger, then yeah, that's probably the case. But the King of Strength is always like a man to me. But the Knight is always a man too. But in a lot of decks, and the Knight is also a woman too. Because the page is also women and men combined. You just choose whatever you feel like it is. So I feel like that could be like a son of his or your son. Could be like a younger energy, but if he's younger, then that makes sense. So yeah, that's my interpretation of the cards. This is why I don't read, books on meanings of cards, because I can just do it myself. But I don't mind reading it. It's a part of it. Anyway, it's cool. I don't mind. Yeah, so yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's probably like obviously you got kids, he's got kids, but it could be like, this reading could mean like he doesn't want to put you into the competition. You see what I mean? So this person is someone who doesn't want to cause competition between you and her, or cause problems in between you and her. So that's what this means. And then when she sees you, she's gonna be like, oh damn, she's cuter than me. Because that world card to me always means in a love reading that you're the center of attraction. You're the one everybody's looking at. So you might be hotter than her, and then it causes problems. And if he knows that and feels that, and he's probably like, oh fuck. And you know what people say, when you get somebody hotter than the next person, they're gonna say, look, they upgrade, and then you're gonna be mad. Like, it's the same way for men and women, right? Like if your man left you and went out with a woman that's way finer than you, you're gonna be upset, right? And then if people go around and say, yeah, so and so definitely upgraded. Look, he got a better woman. Look at her, she's fine as hell. His wife was fine already, but look what he's got. He's got a banger. Same thing with a guy. You'd be like, yeah, I left this ass, so I got a nice man now. So, and when you go downgrade, you're gonna get known about it. But if you upgrade, they might just keep, quiet. They might be like, let me shut up. Look, but I ain't got nothing better. It's sad that people compare people like that. All right, Barbie, you can ask your question if you want, or if you want to take the reading now or later. It's up to you. Yeah, exactly. They don't control their insecurities. Exactly. You're good? Okay. But yeah, that's crazy. A lot of people in tarot don't read the world card like that. A lot of my psychic friends never read the world card as like a woman that's attractive and people are admiring her and want to be, like her or like her. But in a love reading, the world card doesn't mean what people think it means, in my opinion. Because a lot of people use the world card as travel, because it says the world. But traveling is not, to me, traveling is Six of Swords, because the boat's going across the water to go see. And the Knight of Wands is also a guy who's a traveler. So that's the only travel cards. And then the Eight of Cups reversed also means like leaving something to go somewhere else. Like could mean traveling though. Like leaving something for possibly better. That's just my interpretation of those type of cards. But when you get the world card in a love reading, it means that you're the center of attraction. Because even that world card just now, it shows the woman in the middle. See? Why you want to tell me you're gonna jump in the shower? You're gonna make me, you know, think dirty thoughts now. See? Just say I gotta go. How many teeth? Shit. You're going to a hockey game? Oh, cool. Nice. I watched my Boston Bruins win last night 6-2. I watched the hockey game, the whole hockey game. I said, finally, I got to watch a damn game that without interruptions and no other games on. I was so happy. I watched the right game. They won 6-2. I was like, thank God. I actually watched a Bruins game where they won. I like hockey. I used to play hockey too. I played floor hockey in the gym back in the day when I was young. And you wouldn't believe what my name of my team was, the Tigers. And you always say, calm down, Tiger. You shut up. Nobody asked you nothing. What I say? No. Leave me alone. You hear that damn bird? Mark. 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 Shut your ass up. Fucking bird. That bird is so freaking loud. I can't stand it. What I say? Kikiri. That's who you are. Kiskadi. Kiskadi. That's why they named you Kiskadi. See, that's why they call him Kiskadi. See? Look. Kiskadi. Fuckers. All right, Virgo. Take care. He's saying freak. Freak. You freak. You told me you was going in the shower too. Both of you told me you're going in the shower. See? I do that shit on purpose. Got me thinking. How many teasing? You know how many teasing. What in the world did this woman just do? I know. He's gone now, thank God. I can hear him around the corner though. This guy still ain't got back to me. He's so annoying. Ah. Why are people so annoying? Why? All I want is a simple answer from this guy. And I never get an answer. I just ask him how this shit's going. At the end of the day, I paid for it. I just want to know when I'm going to get it. Like, why the fuck are you being an a-hole? Why are people a-holes? Oh, well. That's life. I can't believe today is Friday already. Shit, man. Time just flies every day. Hmm. Yeah, I could imagine. That's what you guys did. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you ladies do that? Be lusting over these men. It's all good. All right. Why can't I do this when I want to? This thing's so annoying. Oh, okay. I think I have to do. Um. Hmm. Oh, I'm sure it was. I am sure it was. Why is this? Oh no, my boy's out. That sucks. Okay, cool. I can hear the goat. Mar, 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 mar. I don't know. I don't think you guys can hear it, but that goat's hilarious. Mar, mar. All right, I just picked my team for that. Perfect. I just picked the team. Bang, good to go. Um, okay, cool. All right, cool. I picked that team. Good to go. All right, bang. What? That's crazy. Oh no, that's crazy. That's insane. Oh well, you're back from commercials. All right. These people. Oh God. Don't play no songs on here. People can get mad. This woman says, I 8 times and I tired, man. Okay. They got a reboot. You all need 9 months to push at him. This idiot. All right. Well, all right. I'm going to. There's a lot of mental people in this world. A lot of mental people. All right. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go do a few things I need to do. It's 5 o'clock here, so I need to go and do a couple things. Yeah, I pretty much got the oil. I got the oil. Right when I came on live, you missed it, Barbie. I had New England clam chowder in a cup and I ate it and now I'm wrapping it up. It was really good. Had a little bit too much potatoes in it, but it was all right. It tasted pretty good. So I had New England clam chowder. I had my breakfast this morning, and then I had a clam chowder, little small cup of clam chowder just now. So that'll carry me over to like 7. It's 5 o'clock now. So I didn't make the clam chowder. I actually bought it from this store down the hill. I'm so glad I went there. So I got the clam chowder. It was like a little cup, and my friend was there telling me all this gossip. And I've been craving New England clam chowder for a long time. I even said the other day that I was going to buy everything and make it myself. But that clam chowder was really good. Yeah, it was really. I ate it at the beginning of the live. I couldn't hold on to I said, let me eat this thing now. But I got everything I need to do the fish. I had to go get oil, so I got that. And I'm not sure if I want to eat the fish in a roll or a sandwich or I want to eat it by itself. So I don't know what I'm going to do. But I think I'm going to eat the fish with rice today. I'm in the mood to eat rice and fish today. Yeah, Friday night special. I have fresh potatoes too, Bermuda potatoes. I might make a couple potatoes for some homemade fries for my sister and my nephew. And then I'm going to have some fries, but I'm going to have fish and rice. I'm going to make some rice. I don't feel like eating potatoes again and again and again. I just have potatoes in the soup. So anyway, I'll be back later on. As usual. Yeah, it does. It's going to be. I feel a lot better today. I don't feel, messed up today. I don't have a headache. It's raining again. Shit. Damn rain. All right. Well, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go take a rest, and I'll be back later at some point in time. Okay, Barbie, take care, sweetheart. I'll see you later.